A seance has been held in the great house at Collinwood. A seance which has suspended time and space and sent one girl on an uncertain and frightening journey into the past, back to the year 1795. This night, a woman who has been responsible for much grief decides she must discover the secret of a locked door in a deserted house.
He's hidden something of the witches here. I know it. Perhaps even the book. That book which would convict her. That must be it. She gave it to him. Coffin. Reverend Trask, I'll wait for him.
Abigail, what are you doing here? You thought you knew all about death, didn't you? Well, you were wrong.
I know. You are dead.
Yes, but I am alive, too. No one ever told you that was possible, did they?
Stay away from me.
Oh, I would if I could, Abigail. But you have made staying away from you impossible.
No, no!
I'm sorry, Abigail. I remember warning you once that it didn't always pay to know every secret. You laughed at me then, but you're not laughing now, are you?
Your father!
We'll never know. I will protect him. I will keep anyone from knowing, just as if I had had the choice, I would have kept you from knowing.
I don't understand.
It has taken this to make you say those words. You always thought you understood everything. One could always count on a, well, I can't say logical, but an answer at least. I'm afraid the truth is that you didn't know very much about anything.
You're not dead. It's a spell. That's it. The witch has cast a spell. I will go tell Miss Reverend Trask.
He can do nothing.
He can.
Nothing whatsoever.
Oh, please let him. Don't just give in to the witch.
I have given in, Abigail.
Oh, I know. She had some power over you, and you always protected her.
Without even knowing it.
Oh, please, evil spirits can be exorcised.
Not anymore, by anyone, ever. Do you understand now?
You are really dead.
I admitted it.
No, No, the witch just wants to terrify me. You are a vision.
If you think I am a vision, touch me.
The devil is testing my faith.
Touch me.
You are a vision.
I am not.
Ah!
Feel this hand. Feel the flesh. Face the truth. For once you're going to.
I won't believe what you say.
You're going to hear it at least. You were right about one thing, Abigail. There was a witch in our house.
Victoria Winters.
Angelique.
Angelique. Oh, the devil would expect me to believe that. She helped us.
She thought you fools. She knew Trask had no real power.
He has. He has. He'll come. I sent Ben for him, and he'll find you.
He'll find neither of us.
Oh, stay away from me, you devil. Don't touch me.
Why does the devil always want to touch you? Why do you think that? I'm sure you're as wrong about him as you are about Miss Winters.
I was not wrong about Miss Winters. I won't believe that Angelique was the witch.
I am the way I am because I killed her.
You killed her? Oh, I won't listen.
I am the victim of her curse.
No, none of this is true.
Abigail, look at me.
No.
See what I am now.
No.
I will be alive for all eternity.
Lies, all lies.
You don't believe anything I have told you.
You are a ghost who was sent to haunt me. Why? Why were you sent?
To tell you the truth, I will kill.
No.
I will do anything to stop from being discovered. I told you to look at me, Abigail. See what I am.
I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't.
You will.
Good evening, Dan.
Good evening, Cousin Naomi.
Where are you going?
Oh, nowhere. I'm just wasting time.
Good. So am I. We'll waste it together. Do you play whist? Well, if you don't, I'll teach you how.
You see, I'm not allowed to play cards. It's against Cousin Abigail's religion.
Well, just so long as it isn't against yours, we're all right.
I've got to go find Ben.
At this hour?
Please.
Did Millicent give you permission to go out?
Oh, yes. She said it was a good thing for me to do.
Daniel.
You don't believe me.
Sit down. I want to talk to you about Millicent.
She cries a lot. Why does she cry so much? She never did back in New York. Maybe if we were to get back home...
Is that what you want to do?
Begging your pardon. It's not polite. Is that wrong?
No, of course it isn't.
You're angry at me, though.
Not angry, no.
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings.
Well, if you did, it's only because I hoped you'd want to stay here.
Here?
With Cousin Joshua and me.
Oh.
You don't like that idea?
You see, I never know how I feel about things. At first,
Well, I shouldn't have mentioned it to you because I haven't even discussed it with Millicent.
she's not the same as she used to be.
Well, she suffered a shock. And when some people often behave differently when things happen suddenly, I know that.
I loved Cousin Sarah.
I know you did. Sarah's one of the reasons I want you to stay here. This house needs a boy growing up in it.
It does?
Yes. What is it? Just a collection of rooms. Cousin Joshua and I can never bring them to life.
Well, I'm not so sure I could do that either.
Yes, you could, just by growing up here. Now, think about it, will you?
My sister Millicent, she's never going to be the same, is she?
I hope she will.
But you don't know.
No. Maybe she'll stay here, too.
I don't think she will. You see, this morning I asked her why she was crying, and she said, because there's nothing to laugh about here. You see, I don't like this place. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. But you can change all that. We can all change it. And we must try to make this a happier place.
Ah, Mrs. Collins. I do apologize. I am so late. I trust that Miss Abigail understood. The trial, you know. Aren't you going to ask me how it's going?
No, Reverend Trask, I'm not. You know my sympathies are with Miss Winters, although I'm not allowed to express them publicly. I'll tell Abigail you're here. Daniel, I'll be back. It'll soon be your bedtime.
Excuse me, sir.
Where are you going? I've heard about you, Daniel Collins. Miss Abigail told me about you. You are one of the reasons I'm here. I think it's about time we have a little chat, don't you think?
No.
I do. Because you have been touched by a devil. Your only hope is to talk to me. Yes, a devil was with you daily, teaching you, playing with you. Do you know who I mean? Come, boy, answer me.
Well, no. I mean, the only person that I think looks like a devil is you.
It is not necessarily to look like a devil to be one. It's a logical mistake. I remember what it's like to be your age.
Well, then we have nothing to talk about, because I know what it's like, too. Was that rude? I mean, I never know when I'm being rude, and everyone else does.
You were being honest. I like honesty. I want us to be honest with each other. About one subject in particular. Miss Winters, the witch.
One minute you call her a devil, and the next minute you call her a witch. Why? Because she's neither of those things.
What do you think she is?
I think she's very nice.
If witches were not nice, they wouldn't be dangerous.
Then you like her, too?
I have never liked her. Because my eyes are older than yours, Daniel, they see different things. I can see evil, whereas your eyes see only the world. Miss Abigail and I were discussing you, Daniel. You do not see the path you must take to reach righteousness.
And is that the path that Cousin Abigail has reached?
More than any other mortal in this house.
Oh, I see.
You don't believe that?
Well, it's just that Cousin Abigail is always so unhappy, as if whatever she's eaten hasn't agreed with her.
It is very difficult for a pure woman to exist in this impure world we have created. But someday, when you've grown up, it may all be different. And if you're honest and are taught correctly, it will be. Now, about Miss Winters.
I don't really want to talk about her.
Did she tell you not to?
No.
Well, then what's wrong? I simply want to ask you a few questions. What she told you about God, for example.
She didn't say anything about him.
What? How could she teach you 1 hour without mentioning his name?
She took us to a Sunday meeting once. She did mention his name on a weekday. When Sarah asked her why he created thunder and lightning, because it scared her so.
What did Miss Winters say?
She said that thunder and lightning were caused by atmospheric conditions.
She said that?
Isn't that true?
She is an instrument of the devil.
I didn't understand that.
Because she wanted you to be confused. She knew the only chance she had was to make you doubt. You know what that word means, Daniel? Doubt is a seed from which evil trees grow. How else did Miss Winters praise the devil?
She didn't.
You just didn't know. Tell me other things and I shall show you. She prophesied things, didn't she?
No. She just told us what people would be able to do in the future.
How would she know? Did she talk to you about coming from another century?
No. Does she really?
You're willing to believe that?
Well, I'd like to. What century? Maybe people do fly in the century she comes from.
She has done her duty well with you.
What do you mean?
She has somehow taught you to believe in the impossible.
No. She just told us that the only way to get through life is to be curious.
She said that?
Isn't that true?
Curiosity is the devil's money. What you buy with it is disbelief in everything that it's right to believe in.
Why do you keep talking about the devil when I don't want to have anything to do with the devil?
Then you can still be saved.
How?
By going into court. By admitting that you have believed the devil's word without realizing it.
But it didn't seem like the devil's word.
It never does.
I don't want to go to court.
Because you have the mark of the devil upon you. And as you grow, it will grow.
No. No, I don't. Cousin Naomi, do I have the devil's mark on me?
Of course you don't.
He says I do.
Reverend Trask,
I regret to inform you, Mrs.
it
Collins.
is one thing what you say to an adult, but to frighten a child.
A child who has been touched by a witch.
Don't call Miss Winters a witch.
If you refuse to accept that, then you have been tainted too.
I'm afraid it's you and my sister-in-law who are the tainted ones.
I know who would claim this child if he were to die tonight.
I'm not going to die.
Of course not.
I'm not going to die.
Daniel! You are going to be the one who will have to answer when the time comes.
I followed the devil to capture him, Mrs. Collins. Would I could say the same for you.
I won't be afraid. I won't be. It's just a dog. That's all, just a dog. Maybe I should go home.
Daniel! Daniel!
No, I can't. He'll be there.
Daniel! Who's there? Did you follow me just to frighten him more?
You misunderstand me, Mrs. Collins.
What direction could he have gone in?
Mrs. Collins, you must go back to the house.
Absolutely not.
I have a feeling the boy was called to these woods. My words did not drive him from the house.
Daniel, answer me. If you hear me, please answer me.
The witch wanted to stop my questions. The boy has knowledge which could be used against her. Her powers go on and on. Surely even you admit that.
Daniel, where are you? I don't know which way to go.
The devil himself is leading that child somewhere for some purpose.
He's running from you. Go back to the house. Wake Ben and...
I will find Daniel.
No, you can't. He'll see you and hide. Daniel! Daniel!
He will not come to you either. No one is too young for the devil to use.
Stop talking to me. Go back to the house and get the others. Daniel!
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? No! Cousin Naomi!
Daniel!
Cousin Naomi!
This way. He isn't far.
Somebody, please come! Man, anybody, come! Oh, cousin.
Oh, Daniel. Oh, I'm so worried about you. You all right?
Look!
Abigail!